Hey friends, welcome back. Today's video, I am making a super yummy, really good, delicious Oreo mud pie. If you're new to the channel, I hope that you enjoy this video. Please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell down there. Also consider heading over to the Instagram page and following us over there for more fun and shenanigans. Today's video, I am making an Oreo mud pie. This is a no-bake, really easy recipe that you can change up in many ways, and I'll get to that in a little bit. So the basic recipe is very chocolatey, very standard Oreo. I like to lighten it up a little bit because I'm not super huge on like chocolate on chocolate on chocolate. So I'll show you how I'm lightening the recipe today and then give you some suggestions on how else you could lighten it for future like times that you want to make it. So I'm actually making this as a dish to pass at a tea party that I'm going to with some of my girlfriends. If you've been around a while, you may have seen in the past some of the seasonal tea society videos that I've posted. And basically for the past 2 to 3 years, my best friend Kaylin started hosting tea parties at her home each season. So we get together, there's a core group of us that get together and we just dress up and we feel good and we bring desserts and drink tea and gossip and have a good time. So that tea party is tomorrow and I'm making the dish tonight because it does taste better when you let it sit overnight before serving, in my opinion, or at least have like a decent chunk of time, like hours before serving. So anyway, I am going to show you the ingredients and we'll start making this, and I can't wait to eat it. Yeah, the kids are mad because they have to wait until I bring home the leftovers of it, but I told them, oh, Jackson's not mad. He doesn't really like it. Well, guess what, buddy? I'm not doing layers of chocolate. I'm doing white chocolate pudding mix and cheesecake pudding mix and Cool Whip. Anyway, let's get to making this thing. All right, so here are the ingredients. You are going to need some milk. Typically, I only have almond milk on hand, so I bought this special for this recipe. And it's leaking because I laid it down. So I was trying to get the shot all cute for you guys, right? By laying it down. Don't do that because it leaks. So you'll need 2 3/4 cup of milk. You're going to need powdered sugar, 1 cup of that. You're going to need a package, either 15 to 19 ounces. So I have just shy of what I need. This is almost a 15-ounce pack of great value, like Oreos. I'll probably snag a few. We have birthday cake Oreos that Will just brought home. I'll probably snag a few of those to bulk it out. You will also need 1 8-ounce brick of cream cheese softened, 2 sticks of butter, which ends up being 1 cup, and that will be melted. That's what you're gonna mix with the crushed cookies to make the crust. And then the original recipe calls for 1 large instant chocolate pudding mix. Because I don't like chocolate on chocolate, I usually do 2 small boxes and I like mellow it out. So sometimes I'll do a small chocolate and a small vanilla to kind of just tame it. This time I'm doing a small cheesecake flavored and a small white chocolate flavored to see how that works. Also, not pictured, I have to get it out of the fridge, I just forgot, Cool Whip. So you're going to need 16 ounces of Cool Whip. I get the Great Value brand because it's cheaper. Another fun thing you could do, as long as you keep the ratios the same, you could do 8 ounces of regular and 8 ounces of the Cool Whip mix-ins. They have the Oreo cookie one. They also have the brownie batter one. I think now they have a birthday cake one, which would be really good with some of these lighter, like white flavors here. But for today's purposes, I just did all just regular Cool Whip. So I'm hoping this is gonna work. I'm gonna actually try and pulse my cookies into the crust mixture in my Vitamix. I don't know why it wouldn't work. The only thing I might have issues with is the frosting getting gunked up in there. But I like it finer, and I don't have a food processor. This basically doubles as a food processor. So let's try that, cross our fingers, and hope that it doesn't turn into one big mess down here in the bottom. Alright, so looking at this, I'm actually gonna do this in 2 batches because I'm not sure how it's gonna work. So let's start small, shall we? If you don't have a food processor or a blender, the other option is what I normally do. I put them in a gallon-sized baggie and roll them with a rolling pin. But let's make a mess out of things instead. Oh my gosh, that worked so much better than I could have ever hoped. My life has changed. That worked out so well, you guys. So, let's get, and it didn't even clump too bad down here, like at all. Look at, basically clean, no frosting mess. I don't know why I ever like doubted my Vitamix. So there's that. Now I need to melt the butter and we're gonna press this into the bottom of the pan to make the crust. Okay, so I've got a glass Pyrex 9x13 or whatever this is. I just melted the 2 sticks of butter in the microwave in this glass measuring cup, so that's ready. You are going to want to set aside about a cup of the Oreo crumbles to put on top of your dessert when it's all finished. So I'm gonna do actually like less than a cup. And then next you are going to add your crust and your butter. And then you're going to mix this a little bit and then press it into the pan like as a crust. So let's do that. Once it's pressed into your pan the way you would like it to be, you're going to refrigerate. Whoa, I'm still zoomed in. Back up, you.
Tell me what you gotta do now.
There we go. Once it's pressed into your pan, you're gonna refrigerate that for an hour so that the butter and everything like solidifies, and then we will continue with the rest. All right, so that is solidified. We're good to go there. Next, we are going to beat the cream cheese, the powdered sugar, and half of the Cool Whip. So let me get out my hand mixer and we'll do that. And that's gonna make the mixture, like the cheesecake type-ish mixture that goes on next. So I'm gonna use that same bowl since it's already dirty to do the pudding mixes. Now, as long as you keep, like I said, the quantities the same, so like you could do 1 large of like a single flavor, and I'm doing the 2 small ones. So I'm gonna make these, you could do separate layers. I'm not, I'm just gonna mix them all in one and do 1 layer of pudding, which will go on next, and then you'll top that layer with the rest of the Cool Whip and then the cookies. But let's go ahead and make the pudding and put that layer on. And just for fun, because I have it, I've got some of this Smucker's caramel like sundae syrup. It's really like the runny kind. I'm just gonna put a drizzle on this layer. It's not part of the recipe, but I thought it would be good, so we're just gonna do that.
I want once felt. I'm done with the defense. Drove back and climbed over your fence. Had to show you that I was a mess. So you were shrugging your shoulders. I'm closed off, that's what I told you. Soon enough, everything started to change. Cause there's no going back, no going back. There's no going back to your old life. Not living in the past, we're over that. I'm feeling it tonight, riding on the dizzying heights. Riding on the dizzying heights. Felt like nothing could stop us. Sunsets, remember the colors. They were wrong, it was way more than a dream. We climbed up, yeah, over the hillside. So right, we stood there all wide-eyed. You and I floated on air in my mind. Cause there's no going back, no going back. There's no going back to your old life. Not living in the past.
And here is the finished product. As you can see, I really lightened this one up because typically this would be all basically chocolate layers other than the Cool Whip layer and the cheesecake layer. But you'd have like chocolate pudding in there. So this one is a bit lighter. You could also, hold on, I'm gonna talk to you. Let's flip this around so you're not staring. I mean, this is beautiful to look at, but hold on. Okay, so as I said, this recipe, you can really switch it up. The original is very chocolatey. This time I did the cheesecake and vanilla, or cheesecake and white chocolate puddings. Another one that I thought of that might be good that I would like to try is either using, so lemon Oreos are my favorite. I thought about using lemon Oreos with vanilla and cheesecake pudding and doing like a white, like lightened version of all of that. Or even just doing the golden Oreos if you like that. You could do peanut butter Oreos with like the butterscotch and chocolate pudding. You could really switch it up a lot. So drop me a comment down below if you've tried this recipe or anything like it. Let me know what your suggestions would be for like swaps as far as flavors, whether it be an Oreo flavor or pudding flavors. I really love pistachio pudding. I'm trying to think what would be good. I wonder if that would be good with like the lemon. It'd be good with the golden Oreos, I think. Pistachio is one of my favorite puddings. So that's the Oreo mud pie for you. I'll leave the recipe, like the basic recipe, down below, and you can make it if you'd like. And thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.